Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock, TGIF, and welcome to 4th of July weekend. Should be a nice weekend for all, I hope. Celebrate wisely, celebrate smartly, if that's a word. Cruised up to the lake here in the afternoon, had some morning things I had to get done. Pulled in, and there's only one boat here, which is fantastic. Except the problem is there's 20 Amish buggies, and they are all over one of the weed flats. I think there's 11 of them out there having an Amish party. So we'll fight these guys for a while till they leave, because they got a long ride home, long horse ride home. But anyway, we're gonna try some things here today, a little different since it's an afternoon shift. I don't do this much, but I'm gonna try a few things differently and see what happens, and hopefully put together a good program for everybody. So welcome to the weekend, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, so here's the plan. Had to change up a little bit since the influx of the Amish canoes up there, but I'm going to try what I wanted to try there in a couple different locations. So they've only deterred me a little bit. They haven't changed everything. But I'm going to throw this big old bait today. This is a Mega Bass eye jack. Look at that. It's a big wake bait. I'm going to try something a little different. Try this on top, see if I can't get a big bass, hopefully come up out of some of these deep weed beds and hit this. It's just a technique I've been reading about, so I figured I'd try a little bit since I'm up here in a different type of pattern. But I'm going to try this a little bit. I'm going to throw the big swim bait again, and if I can't get bit by something big, then I'll revert back to our average size stuff, our 13s to 17s, and hopefully put a program together. And as always, keep my eyes out for a topwater bait bite. Conditions look really good up here. We're not dealing with that smoke that I was dealing with Wednesday, and I complained about the whole time, not knowing that it was smoke until my son said, hey, you should watch the weather, which I did, and of course there was a ton of smoke. So yeah, it was pretty nasty, but today looks really good. So hey, let's fish. Enough talking. I'll talk to you soon, hopefully, people. Oh, he come off. It's my first fish ever to hit this thing. He wasn't big, which is amazing because this thing's huge. I didn't set the hook. I thought I pulled into some weeds, but there's a start. We're gonna keep trying. All right, first fish on of the day. Picked up the riser bait. I had a little pot of fish blow up behind me, and there you go. Got to try when you see the pods go, and there's your nice average 13-incher there. So got some life out here on this point. That's a skunk killer, so we appreciate him. We'll see you, pal. All right, so we went from a big giant bait to our riser bait, which is always effective on those bait hits. So got a lot going on here right now. Let's I'm gonna stay at it. We're on, folks. There he goes. Found us a drop shot bass out here. There he goes again. All right, that's a nice fish. Let's see if we can get him into the boat. We slowed it down off of that eye jack and tried a different approach here, and sure enough, hey, that's a pretty nice fish, guys. All right, come back and check him out. Oops, come here, pal. And there you go. That is solid. He ate it real good. Put on a nice show for us. Let's go and hook him real quick. All right, so got a couple of techniques working today already. But yeah, there you go. It's a nice chunk, huh? Fat as usual. Love to see it. Love to see it. So we'll stay out here and try to drop shot a little bit longer. It's midday, only 1:30. So let's see if we can get some more of that before we move on and try to find some of our larger specimen, which is possible to get here anyway. So we'll see what he did to my drop shot rig, which looks pretty pretty befuddled here. So let me get to work on this, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, we're hooked up on the chatterbait. I haven't seen him yet. He hit kind of close to the boat. Oh, he's legit. All right, come here, buddy. All right, there you go. Number something or other, right? I don't know. Let's take a peek just because sometimes I wonder. And again, we're sitting on 14s. Pretty popular size, so we'll take them. Very pleased to have them. Thanks for biting Mr. Chatterbait, buddy. See ya. There we go. Turbo's hooked up to a quality largemouth bass in the weeds on his chatterbait. I hope I got a good hook on him because he's actually pretty nice fishy. And there he is. Most excellent. All right, there we go. It's a nice chunk. Fat, eating well, looking good. Big black spot. Now, any of you sleuths out there, see if you can identify that spot. I caught one the other day with a spot about the same place. Now, his mouth looks clean, so I don't know if it's the same one or not, but that's a 15-incher. Fat, the way we like them. All right, back you go, pal. Thank you. All right, just working this flat here again. Basically working left and right. This is just a huge weed flat. Watch a couple of videos. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but a good site to watch is a site called Tactical Bass, and two guys that do the show. They fish a lot. They fish down in Tennessee on Chickamauga. They're good. They travel a lot of places. I mean, they got more time and money than God, I think, but they do a nice job. Anyway, they were talking about a video that came out that said, you know, after this spawn, you know, 50% of your fish, they'll split. The big boys will go deep, and then some stay shallow if there's a good food source and access to deeper water, which this point offers, or flat, I'm sorry. They spawned here, and they can get off this to my left, and it'll drop down at 20 feet. Not the deepest part of the lake, but the deeper part of this northern end. They can find the creek channel up here. So it seems to hold some better fish. Here we are almost July, and this is where I've caught my 4, my 3.5, the 2.6, couple a little over 2, and then a bunch of chunks like that one there, you know, 15-incher, probably almost 2 pounds. So it seems like it's still holding true. So I'm going to work through here with this chatterbait, just kind of working left and right through visible weeds or through pockets I can find, and pick up a couple aggressive here. Then I'm going to probably come through this with the mag draft and see if I can't find a big girl lurking. And then I'm going to work my way south and see if some of the Amish guys have left. There's only one canoe up here on this northern end, so I'm just kind of staying up here where it's quiet. And I think I've been able to put in 4 and missed that one on the big, the eye jack, the wake bait. So anyway, we're going to keep going here. That's kind of what I'm doing. So if you care, there you go. If you don't care, you can fast forward through that part. Alright, first fluke fish of the season. Tried something different. I haven't thrown a fluke for a while. I'm just working some suspended fish here. There you go. Nothing gigantic, but pretty cool. New technique for the day. I missed a couple there. Now I know why. They're not super duper big. Fressin'. Oh, my man is hooked. Hooked. Uh-oh. The Amish are shooting at us. All right, little guy, fun. But yeah, we just rigged up the fluke here. Try a different approach. Oh, he tore it all up. But yeah, I'm on this spot where I was at for that real good day I had on top water, and I figured they were still here, maybe suspended. This is a good bait to pull them up. So I'm going to mess around here a little bit and see if I can't find anything bigger than that little 12-incher. But yeah, stick with me. Let's see how we do here. All right, number 2 fluke, and he is legit. All right, yeah, brought back an old technique from years past, and look at that. There you go. Nice largemouth, huh? On the old Zoom super fluke. So there you go, guys. We're into something here. We're gonna keep plugging here. Let's see if we can't go live for you, just because I appreciate my viewership. So my father texted me last night late, because he stays up late. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. So I get up this morning early from my doctor's appointment, and I see this text. He's like, hey, you got a bunch of views. And I look at it and say, wow, how about that? I don't know that many people, because I don't. I figured maybe 5 or 10 people watching this. Most of them family and a couple buddies. But yeah, whoever's watching, I hope you enjoy them. I hope I do okay for you. And just missed 2 there. We've got some small ones coming up and mashing this thing, but like that last one there, he was probably 13, 14. We'll see if we can excite a few to come up. They're suspended here. It's about 35 feet deep. But this fluke's got a little bit of drawing power. This water's so clear, and they're coming up for it. So we're gonna mess around here for a little bit. But thanks everybody who's watching. Hope you keep enjoying. I'll be back. This fella hit at the boat. He chased it so hard, come up and just slammed it at the boat. I didn't have time to hit the record. I was on a trolling motor. He was so mad. I don't know what he's so mad about. Probably saw his paycheck and the amount of taxes coming out. That'll piss off anybody. But my goodness, him and about 5 of his buddies were just zooming at this thing. He hit it so hard, he jumping all over the place, and finally had a chance to hit the button. So I'm gonna try a few more passes through here and see if anything bigger will come up and eat this. Right now they're all about 12 or 13, which is fun, but still looking for a little more quality today. We'll see what we can do here. See if this Amish guy don't cut me off here. I'll bet you dollars of donuts or butter to Amish furniture. He cuts right in front of me, but we'll see. We'll see if you guys owe me or not. All right, somebody owes me $1 or a donut. I think that's what I said, right? Dollars of donuts. Yeah, that guy went right in front of me. I made a cast, hit the water, I wound it back, and next cast would land in his boot. Not much etiquette, went right through my spot. I just smiled and put my gear away and moved. Had a little, probably 6-year-old kid with him, so wasn't about to say anything. Just is what it is. Gonna work a new spot here. Got a big weed bed out ahead of me, deep water. Gonna throw the big bait. Just hoping for one big bite today. Then I'm gonna go back and try to put up some more numbers. But just trying to work some stuff. Gonna have a special guest on Monday. And I'm trying to scout out a few areas where the fish are right now, and in the hopes that they'll still be here Monday if the weekend isn't too crowded up here with pressure, which it probably will be. But just the same, trying to find a few spots and a few baits that are working, and I did that. Nothing big today, but that's why we come out here, right, people? We fish and we cast, and you just never know. Every cast could be the one. Could be that special fish or that big one you've been after. So yeah, it's just the next cast. I don't know how many times I say one more cast and end up making 5 more before I move on. So every cast, right? Every cast could be the one. So hopefully through this area, one of these is the one. And if so, you'll see it. If not, you'll see me in another spot, hopefully with a fish there. So hope you're enjoying your Friday, folks. I'll talk to everybody real soon. Rats. monster. But we got a crankbait bite. Land on this point. I couldn't get a drop shot. It's too windy out here. So I switched up to the old 3XD little fella. Yeah, he hammered it real good. So that's interesting. Not the size profile I'm after at all, but it's the right area. It's where I wanted to be. Caught the nice one here earlier on the drop shot, but the wind, I don't know if you can tell, it's almost impossible to hold this spot. You make a cast, there's such a bow in your line, it's hard to watch a drop shot. So I switched over to the crankbait to try to work real fast here before I lose this spot on the drift, and thought I missed one and then made a cast and that little guy hit. So that's cool. I can still find them. Trying to put together a little bit of a pattern, some spots from my special guest in the boat Monday, and seem to have found a few spots. I haven't caught 100, but same token, I didn't get skunked today, so it's been a really nice day weather-wise. Skies are clear from the smoke. I have a lot of wind to deal with today, but that's okay. And we found some fish pretty much from one end of the lake to the other. Nothing gigantic today, but that's okay. Again, better than skunk and less than 100, probably less than 20 today for sure. But I'm gonna work a little bit longer, maybe another hour, and get out of here so I can get home before it's dark and get some suppers and see the family before everyone wraps it up for the night, and get ready for a nice weekend. All right, I'll keep chugging away here, guys. I'll talk to you. Yeah, he's not a monster, but he's a fish. Boy, we've been working hard here. He's really not very big at all, but he fit the pattern anyway. Hit the chatterbait in the weed bed, and felt good to have something bite. Been a tough day, not gonna lie, but we have those days. The size hasn't been there. A couple earlier were decent. I think we went over 15 inches a couple times today, which is great considering the pressure that's up here, especially today. But the wind's been tough. It's hard to get the drifts right. I'm getting fish, it's not the sizes. I know I'm in the right areas, but again, I'm sitting here talking to myself, like what lure, and it's just having a hard time figuring out the puzzle today. But that's good, keeps the brain working, keeps me sharp as a whip, as they say. Anyway, I'm going to work a little bit longer, not much, and then I am getting out of here, and going to head home. So I'll see what this looks like when I get home, and if we have enough for a program, we'll put her together, and if not, then we won't. But you never know. Every cast, next cast could be the cast. So that's my philosophy for the rest of the afternoon here. Just one more cast. So one more. Team, I think we got team little one though. I wanted to catch one on this whopper plopper so bad today. Oh, look at that. He's not so bad. Oh, now he's mad. He said, I want to go in that boat. I want to go in that boat. Guy's got a big damn beard and I don't want to go in that boat. But guess what, pal? You're in the boat. Oh, that might be one of the bigger ones of the day too. Alrighties. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, hooks everywhere. Oh, my friends, up. Nope, come back here. Not a good release. There you go. That's one of the better smallmouth of the day. One of the only smallmouth of the day. But I wanted him on that whopper plopper, and by God, I got him. See you, buddy. Thank you. And we will try to find another. That was quite exciting. Terrible handling in the boat, however. Please don't judge me on that. Well, if you do, you do. But don't be too harsh. There's a lot of hooks in these lures, and I try to avoid having one buried in my hand. We had it happen one time, but I had to leave the lake and drive to Butler Hospital with a lure hanging out of my hand. Not fun. So yeah, I get a little leery sometimes. They start wiggling and jigging with all these trebles, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's one of the better fish of the day. So persistence pays off. I can't remember. We used to watch a show with the kids. Maybe you guys remember. So Jake, Pete, Kyle. I don't know which era it was for you guys, but it was one with all the fireman and the policeman. They had those real big feet. I think we had a bunch of their little characters, but they always said persistence. I think it was persistence pays off. I think there was a guy named Billy, but maybe one of you three can hook me up with the answer of that one, or any of you 5 people that watch my videos. I think they had real big feet. I think there were a bunch of like EMS guys, safety guys, cops, and firemen and stuff. But yeah, a lot of persistence today, and every fish is definitely a gift. It's a blessing. So I'm gonna keep working down here a little bit more this weed edge and see if we can't get one more for the program. Later, fellas. That wasn't persistence, that TV show. That was perseverance, I think. Persevere. I'm losing my mind now. It was a long time ago. Somebody help me. Anybody? Perseverance. Persevere. I think that's what it was. Jake, you should know. Kyle, you might know too. Pete, you might have been too young. Perseverance or persistence? I don't know. Either way, I think it's synonymous with just being damn stubborn out here. So either way, I'm gonna just motor down here real slow to this next little weed bed at this point, and then probably jump across the lake in front of the 2 Amish fellas there, and I think I'll work that weed flat down and I'll be home for the evening. All right, sorry I rambled on there. It's been one of those days. Everybody, it's a little after 7. It's time to go home, and that'll wrap up another episode of Turbo Yeti bass fishing. Not the grandest episode, but not the worst either. I think we'll probably title this one just an average Joe kind of day. Found some fish, not a ton. Had to dodge a lot of boat traffic, but the weather's really calming down now. The wind died off. It's really pretty up here now. But just wanted to try to find some fish, find some spots for our special guest fisherman on Monday. So that being said, that was a success. So we got a couple. Got one on the Whopper Plopper Lake, got one on the riser, got a couple on the fluke, scored a couple chatterbait fish, and even one little guy on a crankbait. So we used all the poles on the deck again. We tried a couple of new lures, that big wake bait, to no avail. I had the one fish on that I lost, so that's encouraging. But hey, great day, TGIF. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to y'all soon.